right, guys, keep eating, but we're going to mix it up a little.
If you work,
I'm not going to tell other people.
why do you think you have to travel? Because you're not going to be able
For other people. When I get
you have a time to compare to them.
Wow. What do you guys think about this statement that the key to be a great performer, to be really good or succeed at this event is or at this sport, is your ability to recover? How important that is. Your ability to recover on a daily cycle, from workout to workout next day, or even more importantly in your guys' sport, your ability to recover within an hour or two.
I think most people don't have a clue like how to listen to their body. Like, I know when I need to slow down. And like I mean like really slow down. Like, and I know when I don't need to. And I don't think most people are, and I think that goes back to wrestling too, is like, I know how much it's gonna suck for the next 9 minutes. I know how horrendous I can feel. But I don't know, like, and the way I view it, maybe it's wrong, or it's not wrong or right, it's just different, is I don't look at it as like I need to be exposed to all these workouts and just wear myself out. Is I know my body well enough that I know how I should feel every second of that workout. Even if I've never...
That right there is also your limitation. Could you then say, yeah, you might be able to, that you know when you need to slow down? Well, hey, I'm going to tell you what, maybe that's when you need to speed up. Maybe that's when a coach needs to tell you to go faster.
I think
that could easily be argued against what your point is. You're self-imposed, I know when I need to slow down. Hey, reality is, let's push it past that.
No, I agree with you, but the coach can yell at me all I want.
And I'm not talking yelling.
No, the coach could say like, Chris, pick up the bar, and I know, like if I have 3 reps left, sure, I'm gonna find a way to make it happen. But I know if I do 3 reps right then, I'm gonna have to rest for 30 seconds before I can pick up the bar again, instead of resting 3 seconds or 5 seconds in between each rep. Like I know that there's the threshold that I can feel. Like I know it's there. It's there
because you know it's there.
Dude, like seriously, like when, and that's the thing is like I'm so comfortable. Like I'm so comfortable in that crappy threshold place. You know what I mean? Like I'm so, and that's, I don't know. It's learning how to manage work and rest. That's a huge part of CrossFit. That's a huge part.
You're saying not going too fast to burn out.
Yeah, and I don't want to, you know, but look at other examples, you know what I mean? Like you can see that happen with athletes
People just crash.
consistently. Yeah.
They just can't do it.
And like how, you know what I mean, how are you going to manage your work and rest to maximize that time? Because really, what's faster? You know what I mean? It gets back to that. Like if
I get the argument, but
yeah.
My point is what you're saying exactly about I know. Do you really truly understand it that well to where you can say, I know when to stop and I shouldn't push further here?
Yep.
Okay.
And
I do that bullshit, but I'll say
no, that's fine. But the reason why I think it's BS that you say that is because you're not in my body.
No, I'm not
and
in your body, but I think it holds you back. I'll say that. It'll hold you back. If you have this feeling where you're going to say,
but that's the thing is,
I know that I need to slow down. I'm saying there's points to do that, but there's also points to just say, no, I'm not.
And I totally agree. But like when to do that is important to know. Like I'm not gonna do that on the first round of a workout. You know, I'm not gonna do that on the first. Will I do it at the end of the workout? Yeah, but on the first round of the workout, I could break through that threshold and lay on the floor exhausted afterwards and have nothing.
I got a question. Do you think it would be beneficial to do workouts and in the spirit of being constantly varied and creating all kinds of new stimulus for yourself to burn out on a workout and to feel that threshold and to push that threshold instead of kind of gaming every workout to where, yeah, it's smarter. If this is a competition workout, yes, it is smarter to manage your rest. But how do we maximize your work capacity?
He's not saying that at all. Chris has the capacity to push himself to a place where he can keep going. Another rep would cause him to fail to the point of like.
And I'm asking him, I'm asking him, does he think that going to that point of failure could be beneficial to his training? Not doing it like that every workout, but as a stimulus to keep your growth, to continue your adaptation and to increase your work capacity through these this new stimulus, because it sounds like you're working out how you work out now, which is, you know, you're doing these workouts and getting the best times. Do you ever think it's okay to do a workout to go to that point of crashing?
Yeah, but I view that as a different workout. Does that make sense? Like I wouldn't choose like Fran and be like, I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna try to burn out on the set of 15. Like I'm gonna try to work so hard that I burn out on the set of 15. Like I'll do it in the form of like a Tabata or just anything else. You know what I mean? Like as many reps as I can in so many minutes or whatever. I just view it as a different workout.
I'd be willing to bet that if you did do that, when you game it, you'd be able to narrow that margin of work to rest.
No, I agree, but that's what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean?
So you do that sometimes?
Not often, rarely,
Usually,
because it doesn't.
Most of your training, you kind of game it like it more a competition.
But it doesn't. I don't think it hurts as bad. Like I can make anything hurt. And like just totally be spent like laying on the floor within a minute. But that's not as tough mentally for me as doing it for 5 minutes or 10 minutes and like hanging out at that place where like I don't know if I can hold on here. I don't know if I can hold on.
That's what I was going to say. I think there's a difference with your answer is because I don't think it's like he goes and says, all right, well, this is whatever weight, I'm going to break it up at 5. He waits till he feels that way.
Yeah.
Like, you know your body to feel it and wait.
Yeah.
And then if it's like, it's not like a game ahead of time, like, oh, I know this weight, so I'm going to, no, I think you are saying you know your body so well, it's every workout's different. Every round it could be different when you're dropping. Because it's, you listen, it's,
I don't game it by reps,
right.
I game it by how.
You feel.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
wouldn't you agree, like, I mean, we work out together all the time. Most people that didn't have wrestling from 6 to now, like, you would say to me, I have no idea where that place is, and I don't go there, so, like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people don't even have the awareness that you have. Wouldn't you agree with that? To know how far they can take it before, yeah, maybe they should set the bar down and take that. Like, I feel like if most people, like, if I've trained until I think I feel like I need a rest, where, you know, that's what Chris does, I think a lot of times I'm doing myself a huge disservice because I didn't grow up pushing myself to that place. CrossFit was the first place I've ever done that, and I think for a lot of people that don't have that background, CrossFit, they need to find it first, you know. Like, wouldn't you agree that you're rare in your ability to maybe know where that is?
Jay doesn't think so. But
No, I don't think you hit your potential. I think you're the best CrossFitter in here, bar none. And I think because of that, you're still not pushing that threshold of, like Dave said, hey, I got to do some workouts where I'm just blowing it out of the fucking water and failing. And I think if you did that, you'd even be a better CrossFitter. Because I just don't. Yeah, the statements of I know my body like to a T, and I know exactly what I need to do. I understand that, but I also understand the need to push it beyond.
Sure.
Where you're.
Sure, and you know what's funny is I know a difference in how quickly I recover. And Tommy, I've heard you say this before, and how quickly I can recover and how well I recover if I listen to my body, and if I just don't, and I mean like go there. Like I don't recover for a while after that, you know. But I don't disagree that there's value to that. And maybe there is, you know what I mean? Maybe there is a way for me to tap into that more.
Why don't you think you recover for a while? What do you think the reason is?
It just hurts so freaking bad, dude.
It's foreign to you because it's not like your body is like, fuck.
Yeah.
What's going on? It's in self-preservation mode, and like, you know, like organisms, they adapt. So yeah, that what you're saying is evidence that I think that doing that would force you to adapt.
No, it's a good conversation. You know what I mean? Because that's, you know, it sounds silly, but like I view that as reckless. You know what I mean? Like I view that as like reckless and just like silly, but at the same time, it's, you know, if me doing that makes me better at managing that work rest, maybe at a higher threshold, then it's valuable. You know what I mean? I need to do that.
Well, he can compete with these guys doing their volume at the volume he does. So it's not no one can argue that it's not working for him. So
but we're not talking, Chris, in relation to us.
no, what?
All all I'm arguing is his specific potential of what he's capable of, not relative to you guys. Not relative to everyone else in this room or everyone else at the game, relative to himself.
Do you actually think you know how Chris feels in those situations?
I have no fucking clue how he feels.
Right, but
that's not my point. That's not my point either.
Should he
My
try
point
it?
is not how
But do you
bad-
believe that it would make him a better athlete? You actually think that him
Based
pushing
on
there?
what he's saying, yes. If he goes there more often, yes, I do. And that's just what I think. It might not be true, but I do believe that if he went there, not every workout, not 5 times a week, maybe once or twice a week, because I'm seeing where he doesn't go now. I learned a lot from Chris this evening on how he attacks his workouts.
Right.
And I do think there would possibly be some benefit from him going there every so often.
Right.
Graham, don't you go there a lot and then you only game it on competitions? Don't you basically just go balls to the wall? By gaming it, I mean he goes to burn, not gaming, sorry, by numbers, but by feeling. Like he ignores, weren't you basically saying when we were hanging out, you ignore how you feel and you go into the crash and burn if there's no competition, if it's just you and the clock?
Yeah, if it's just you and just regular conditioning, that's how I kind of said, like, is it just your normal training or is it game day stuff? Because if it's a game day, then you can't go to failure during game day. And I don't know if Jason was in here still. And I think your buddy Austin kind of said it about him, and it's amazing with him. And I kind of the reason why I said I kind of feel rich, and honestly, Jason kind of the same is the way they'll attack a workout is sometimes scary. Like it's not it's like it's maybe a mile long workout, but they're running at it like it's a 100-meter dash, and like that's kind of crazy. Like that's how they'll attack a competition workout. And sometimes it's to your own demise. Like I remember, Jason was flying through that muscle up squat snatch, but it just burned it up, and like didn't know like just to wait another second to rest to go back up. And so on game day you have to know where that point is, I guess. And it's tough.
Is your training different than Chris's? I guess is what I'm saying. Is yours exactly the opposite of Chris's, from what you understand he's saying?
I mean, it's tough. I don't know what he does do, but I do know, like I'll do a 20-minute, and I talked with like Nico about it, and I've done like a 30-minute AMRAP and opened it up with a 2K row as hard as I could go. And so as soon as I jump off the rower, I got like 23 minutes left of an AMRAP to do, and I'm totally done. And so to be able to just move, like just totally exhausted, yeah. Then you're playing around with like trying to figure out your recovery and rest when you're already gassed. So that's kind of different as well.
And that's like at that point, like I feel like at that point it just becomes a constant state of movement.
Yeah.
It's not even like you don't even manage your work or rest. You just move. Like that's the way I felt on the last 3 workouts at the games. It was like there's no managing work and rest.
Yeah.
Like you just move. You move when you can move, and it's just I don't know. But yeah, I mean but a lot of that stuff too, Dave, I think has to be short. Like you know what I mean? Like it's not gonna and like I love feedback because that's like I'm not gonna start a 20-minute AMRAP and just go bonkers and then crash at 5 minutes and then just like have my intensity be crap for the next 15 minutes and be like, ah.
But I mean, like, I think Coach Glassman said it. He's like, if you're not crashing your car every so often, you're not driving fast enough.
Sure.
So I'm not saying like
treating like racing cars for a living. Put context on it. It's not applying to driving down the street. That applies to race car drivers.
No, I hear what you're saying.
So
again,
yeah, no, I think like you don't want to take it there like that, but sometimes you do. And, you might be surprised. I mean, you obviously have dialed in enough to pretty much dominate it within the circles of these elite CrossFitters. But what I see in you is like you are the anomaly. Like you are the exception for whatever reason, whether you were born with it or you got a better mental game, and your ceiling is like I don't know who knows how high it is.
But and that's the thing is like I don't want you guys to take that the wrong way and make me think that like I settle for this like this feeling or this like threshold I don't ever want to have like I'm comfortable where I am. You know what I mean? Like dude, like I don't know. Like it sounds stupid, but like I want to beat you to back squat. And I have no right to say that, but like I want to beat you to back squat, and I want to, and I'm gonna try.